Hello everybody, I am the Bayman and welcome to the final episode of building Felucia in survival Minecraft. So this episode we're going to do quite a lot. We are going to finish all of Felucia. We're going to do this entire area here with the Separatist Base, the cave behind it leading into the Nether Portal. We're gonna do a little sheep farm in the Sarlacc Pit. We're gonna build a magnificent class frigate, and we're gonna touch up the venator. So you know what? Let's start off this video with a time-lapse. Hehe. So yeah. Yeah, we kind of moved a bit fast. We did okay, so I had to stop myself from finishing that entire area there. So instead what I did is I gave the entire venator, and I mean the entire venator, a facelift. So yeah. So yeah, the Seperatist Base. So I've laid out the entire land here. Here's where we're going to do the crashed gunship, and then all the dark bits, the plants, of course, and then I still have to put in like the green puddles, and I'm going to put in a handful of craters here and there as well. Now there's currently no way inside of the Separatist Base, so what I was thinking is having like a couple like holes blown into the walls, so you can go in via that way. But yeah, no, the base itself is inspired by from a certain episode where which starts out on Felucia, where they assault one of these bases, and then Ahsoka Tano gets captured. That episode has one of these bases in it, so that's what I'll build. So right now, to just get in, going like this. So we have here the cave entrance. I'm gonna do this next, I think. I have the little Nether Portal, and then what is this red thing here? Now this, if you played any of the Battlefronts. Yeah, I have a couple other of those. So this is the base. Oh fuck. So we can walk all the way around on this little higher part. And well, I want to have a couple things on here. I want to have some snail tanks, an AAT, and one of those separatist shuttles landed in here, and then any other like leftover space I want to have some crates and stuff. So I've also done a little bit over here to Republic Base, the Republic camp. I put in another one of these command post things, and then I moved the map table over to here. I made these wings a little wider, like 3-4 blocks. And it makes a world of difference. Oh my god. I also made the stripes a bit wider. So I did the entire trim around this with the deep slate stuff. I went through 2.5 shulker boxes of deep slate. But yeah, this dark light trim here reminds me a lot of the classic Battlefront 2 venator. So that's nice. Since we have some interior bits as well. The engines are all deep slate 2 now, which looks really sick. I think it looks really good. See, I'm super happy with finally having fixed up the venator. I'm like 100% happy with it now. Before I used to be less than 100% happy, but now I am 100% happy. It looks a lot better from these angles too now. So yeah. the interior. I've done a whole lot in the interior. Like, I went through the entire thing and I gave it more color. Basically, since before it used to be just a lot of light gray. So yeah, we have a little red and deep slate. So this is the main hangar. I removed the two ATRTs that were here and put one of those command post things in. And now you can really see the size of this, I think, and it looks really nice. So yeah, what I've done here is all the way on the edge, just this higher walkway, which I gave a nice little red trim and some more deep slate. And that deep slate makes the ships kind of stand out a bit more, I think. Now, the exterior and the hangar are not the only things on the venator. I gave a little bit of a facelift. I did the rest of the interior too, so yeah. This is the auto turret defense mainframe from the classic Battlefront 2. I'll show you some before and after pictures of these and stuff. And then here's the life support system room. Yeah, I just added one more deep slate and red terracotta, you know, just to give it more color. And then here's the little engine room with the green tubes at the back. And then here's the shield generator. This entire room I actually kind of redid a little bit. So that's, yeah, this looks nicer. And then back here I added another room. These are escape pods. Alright. You escape with these. Let's see if I can do this parkour. No. I've only managed to do it once or twice. Ooh, okay. Ooh. Now watch me whip. Watch me nay dab. I mean, apples. This is rough. Yeah. What the hell was that? Yeah. The ceilings are darker, more red trims. And I was not very accurate to the venator itself in these main hallways, but it just needed some color. So yeah, this is the color that it needed. And then almost final thing, I redid the armory here. This was causing a lot of lag, so I took away a bunch of the item frames and armor stands, and it's a lot less laggy now, so that's good. Good, it's still laggy though. Huh. And then here in the medical thing, originally the escape pod used to be in here, but I made the little recovery room. This is supposed to be a medical droid, okay, holding a end rod. So this is the only room in the entire venator, except for the bridge, that has a window in it. So a very special room. A very special room. It's time we go and do some more things. I think we might actually build the Munificent next. Do the Sarlacc Pit, sheep farm, stomach thing. Oh my god. Why is he there? Finish the base, do the cave there. And well, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So, scabby boop. Roger. We've done some things, alright. We're almost done. So yeah, we've done some things. I've put here some craters in, and I think these craters here finish this little area up really nicely. I think. I was originally gonna do a crashed droid starfighter, but I couldn't get that to look good, so we just have a crater there. Okay, deal with it. I'm a battle droid. Roger. And then over here we have the crashed gunship, which is probably one of my favorite little small things that I've built in here. This just looks so nice. This took a while to get right too, but yeah, it kind of crashed in here really hard and it broke in a bunch of pieces. Yeah, I just think it looks really nice. We used to die right here with the polish to give it that broken kind of charred effect. So yeah, it's really nice. I think it looks really cool. Right, especially with the campfires hidden with the smoke, and the sound of that is it's just really nice. It's really nice. I'm really happy with this. Oh yeah, I also added some more craters over this bit, and the puddles. Roger. So the base, I gave it the entrances to get in it. So there's two. There's one here on the side. Once the plants are in here, this will be a bit more hidden, but there will be a little sneaky path, and you can kind of sneak around the wall into the base from here. There's a little bit of an oversight on the Separatist parts, I guess. I didn't want to put another blast hole in the side of this base because it looked kind of too much, I feel. So the other way of getting inside of the base, not by the front door, of course not. No, that's closed shut. That won't open. But on the side here is this hole blasted through, and this actually worked out really well because it's really nice when you enter it via this side. So you kind of climb your way through the charred metal, and then boom, here you go. The base. We have some snail tanks in the back, and then the Seperatist shuttle. Looks like a bug. It sounds like a bug. It's a bug ship. I'll do a separate build video for that one. Same for the snail tanks, and same for the munificent frigate. Yes. So I think it looks really nice. I went with the Trade Federation color scheme for this because it was too much gray if I did this in the Separatist color scheme. So having a little bit of the light tan wood color in here, I think worked out really well. Also, there's a little puddle around the command post, which makes it pop a little bit more. And then, well, behind the command post is a bit of a cave. It's quite a small cave, but it leads to the Nether Portal. So this is a bit of a reference or connection, I guess, to what we did over in Tatooine. If you don't know, I did Tatooine before Felucia, and well, in that we had a big temple, basically, and this is kind of a reminiscent of that temple, maybe even connected to it. Here's a screenshot of what I did for that. Yeah, as you can see, it's quite similar, just different colors. I actually messed around with different blocks for this, and I landed on the nether brick, which is really nice. In the next Star Wars project I'm gonna do in the future after this one, I'm totally gonna have another one of these kind of caves in there. Right, it'll connect everything together really nicely, I think. So that's the Separatist base. It's basically done. I have to put in some plants, maybe some more crates here and there. Although the Separatists have weird crates, like bullet things. Like, what is that? That's not even a crate. It's just a wacky bullet. And then finally, we have done the Sarlacc stomach interior. So if we fall into the Sarlacc, right, we glide on in. Here we are, and it's the sheep farm, some functionality or something. That's new. Yeah, these are some sheep farms. There's 8 sheeps in here. I mean, there's 16 colors, but I just chose 8. I might add like the other 8 on top of this, secretly. Yeah, I had a bit of a tragedy when I built this, because when I was done, or when I was putting in the last sheep, a creeper, well, I'll just roll the clip, I guess. Ninja creepers, am I right? So yeah, this is kind of like behind the scenes here. And this is kind of how the farms work. They eat the grass block. Wait, that's not a good example. They eat the grass block, the observer sees it, and it shears the sheep. And then the hopper minecart collects it, and it ends up in the barrels. Then here we have some spare sheep if something happens to those, or if I want to add the other sheep colors in here. I can do it via that. So if you're wondering about these mob heads, well, I have far too many mob heads. Here. This is just a handful that I have, okay? So don't worry about it. So yeah, that's the Sarlacc. The way out is actually quite fun. Nice and hidden. Little bubble column. And then this trapdoor. That's totally hidden. It looks... You don't even see it. unless you know where it is. Now we're almost done here with Felucia. We have to put in the plants, and we have to build the magnificent frigate over here next to the venator, and then basically we're done. So well, let's do the final time lapse of building Felucia. All right. Okay, it's done. It's finished. 100% finished. Felucia's finished. Bruh. I am so happy with how this turned out, especially the last area with the base. And look, it's a magnificent class frigate. I've been calling it that last episode too, and I didn't catch it until I rewatched it. It's a consular frigate, of course. The ship from the Phantom Menace opening. It looks really nice, I think. I chose this spot here because it's nicely next to the venator. Then from down on Felucia it actually looks really nice. Like, look at this view. Oh, that's nice, right? That's a nice view. Like, I am so happy with this view. Oh my god. This is what it looks like on the map. It's kind of on top of this base, but I'm gonna probably actually change this. Let's do a quick fly around of the consular frigate. There's a lot of space on the interior to do things, and I might do that between this video and the tour, but yeah, I might just keep it with this. I did build the bridge though, which you can actually kind of see from the outside. So here, wait. There's a chair and a control panel. So, other than the consular frigate, of course, we finished this area. Well, we finished the entirety of Felucia, so I mean, again, the plants up on this ridge here, you know, make this area here feel a bit more magical. A bit more magical. Yeah, so there's multiple ways up here. Each way to get up to this area looks just as beautiful as one another. So this is the kind of like main way. The base kind of poking through the plants, and then you have the gunship on the other side, right? Like, it looks so good. This looks so good. Then of course the other way to get in here is via the Sarlacc Pit. And well, if you go in, it's the same kind of thing, but you have the back of the gunship and the base. And you know, if you go and investigate, you'll be like, hey, there's this hole in there. Which actually makes it feel a bit, which actually is now a bit more hidden, now that we have the Felucian jungle kind of built around it. Same for the entire base. It, yeah. It just looks a lot less out of place. And it's the Separatist Base. I put the plants in. And I also put some mushrooms in the cave as well. I did that with the other cave too. So Since these are mushrooms, these don't need direct sunlight above them to grow, right? So, you know, it just kind of worked out like that. I totally have linked the Nether Portal to the Nether hub that I totally have. Yes, okay. And then the final way to kind of enter that stop area with the Separatist Base is from this side. And, yeah. I am beyond happy with how this entire project turned out, and this area, especially with the base, it just looks so good. I've said this like already twice. And here's the little secret path to the around the wall to get inside of the base, which is yes, I think this all turned out really well. And well, I guess we're finished with this episode and the building series. I'm gonna do one more video here of this entire project. I'll just be touring around the place. I'll be making, I'll be putting in a couple of small Easter eggs. Small Easter eggs for that tour, which I haven't shown in this series. And, well, I think this project turned out really well. I thank you very much for watching this episode and this entire series. I've done a series like this for Tatooine as well. I'll leave a link to that playlist in the end cards. They'll be popping up in any minute now. I am also going to be doing another Stars project soon, which will take good use of the increased world depth. So, it's gonna be a lot of digging. So yes, I thank you very much for watching this series. If you don't want to miss when I do the next Star Wars project, hit that subscribe button. Hit it. Llama. And well, I will see you in the next video. Bye!